Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our weekly online meetings with specialists of IVMED Medical Centre and IVMED Family IVF&surrogacy Agency. Today, we have an interesting topic about surrogacy, risks of management in surrogacy process. Our speaker today is Nadiia Melenevska, PhD in Biology, Head of International Department of Customer Services and Medical Center IVMED, and also Director at IVMED Family IVF&surrogacy Agency. So today, we are going to talk about how to start a surrogacy process correctly, step of surrogacy process, legal and exit process, also safety during COVID-19, and we will talk about miscarriage and premature risk management. Just to remind you that we have an active chat, so you can ask all your questions and we will answer them after our presentation. So I'll stop mine. And please, Nadiia, start your presentation.
Hello, dear friends. Thank you, Dasha, for your introduction. Today, we want to light up important issue. When you want to plan your surrogacy program, you have to take into account different risks related to surrogacy process. For example, when you only start, for example, you don't have any experience, you never participated in surrogacy process before, it's like a big jump into a big ocean of information. You try to build your own picture, the structure, to understand the structure of the process, but still we want to help you to understand the principal points of surrogacy process, which will help you to avoid maybe some misunderstandings, some troubles, and will help you to get the successful result in such program. So the first and the main question, how to start the process correctly and how to manage risks. I offer you to imagine the surrogacy process in 5 steps. So it is like a stairs, as you can see on the figure, and you have to make 5 important steps to reach the top of the stairs, and that will be the result in becoming parents. So starting with the first step, it is the planning of travel to Ukraine. So you will start with communication with your personal coordinator, who will explain you what you have to do, which documents you should prepare before starting process. Our team of lawyers will check all documents before program start, and that will be your first step, which will let you opportunity to move forward. So the second step in general, it's IVF cycle. Doesn't matter, is it your own stimulation or egg donation cycle. You will just have a consultation with a doctor. Doctor will check all your medical reports, will study your case, and will develop the protocols for program, and you will proceed with matching of surrogacy candidate, and this surrogacy candidate will start preparation for embryo transfer. That is the second step. The next step, it's when you already get the result regarding pregnancy. Positive test can be urine test, it can be ultrasound checkup, confirmation, or the next step is a heart beating detection. Usually all programs, we consider that you can move to the second step when you have a positive heart beating test in fetus. The fourth step, it's a delivery. Between delivery and positive pregnancy test, we will spend 9 months in a medical care program. That is a special program performed by fertility specialists of IVMED together with prenatologist. They will monitor the pregnancy during 9 months, performing different tests, including tests for infections and also important tests which we call screenings. 2 big screenings during the pregnancy on 12th week and closer to 18th, 20 weeks of pregnancy, when we perform biochemical test and ultrasound checkup. Together, both tests allow us to check whether there are some genetic abnormalities in fetus happen, or even if you have done PGD testing before. So to avoid the risk, if, for example, the result was not accurate, anyway, the fetus will be checked during the pregnancy for these genetic problems. So important step, delivery starts on actually in 33rd week, when the surrogate mother starts entering the maternity hospital. She will be checked by the doctor who will take delivery. It's a moment IVMED Family arranges delivery process in private maternity hospital. And it is very convenient because it provides also the special ambulance service. So if your surrogate mother, for example, has her delivery process started unexpectedly, the emergency service will always come and take her to maternity hospital anytime. And final important step, that is legal documents preparation. During this step, you will communicate with lawyers, not only lawyers of IVMED. You will also communicate with the independent lawyers who are experienced in exit process to your country. For today, we can say that we have no problems with any country of the world, so we can tell you 1% sure that you will leave Ukraine with a child without any problems. So let's talk more closely regarding each step, because I just described you a whole process, a whole stay. So the big stairs with 5 steps, but each step has its own risks, and we should understand the risks, manage them to get the successful result in the end. So what is important? Usually we have, quite often we receive the question like, what is clinic agency? What is the difference between your agency and another, for example, independent agency? So we think the main advantage is that the whole process, the whole range of services within the full package are being provided within one group of companies, IVMED Clinic and IVMED Family Agency. It means that is a team responsibility, and you receive the guarantees from proven companies proven registered companies with the stable financial background. What does it mean guarantee in this field? Guarantee means that we repeat program so many times until you get the result, you get a baby. That is the principal sense of guaranteed programs. Then our staff is specially trained. The staff of IVMED Family Agency works according to special standards, and we constantly check and control how they work. And there will not be delays in getting reports, medical reports, and communications. It is completely excluded. So we can say absolutely clearly that we control the risks, and we have in IVMED the ultimate risk management. So I want to share with you some important information regarding planning of visit to Ukraine. At the moment, you know that the world is divided to different zones, green, red, and we experience difficulties when we cross the border of foreign country. So we want to advise you how to be prepared when you're planning the journey to Ukraine. Again, it is obligatory 14 days observation for visitors from red zone. For green zone, there is no restrictions and no limitation, but anyway, everybody who crosses the border at the moment should have a special insurance, medical insurance, issued obligatory by Ukrainian company. You can purchase it on different websites of these insurance companies. Your coordinator may provide you with a contact or link to these websites. This insurance should cover hospitalization in case of COVID-19 infection detection, or maybe if you will have severe symptoms. But what is good in you that previously you will have, so everybody should upload from red zone, should upload the special mobile application. It is called DVDOMA. This application previously could not be cancelled earlier than 14 days. But now it is modified, and it is possible to make a test for COVID-19 directly at the airport. Just near the airport terminal, there is separate small building with a laboratory, and you can do a test there, and then you will get the result during, for example, 24 hours, quite fast, and these results will be uploaded in your application, and the application will be cancelled in case if your results are negative. So you should also take into account that when you planning travel, better to have 2 additional mobile phones with you, because this application works only with Ukrainian SIM cards. Our coordinators will purchase these cards for you in advance, will activate these cards, but you will have to insert them, and you should tell the custom officer the number of your Ukrainian SIM card, and you will receive special code for activation of this mobile application, and then you will proceed with activating this application when you will get to your apartment or hotel. And you will follow the rules, you will follow the instructions in this mobile phone, and then finally you will be able to cancel it in case of a negative test. Regarding biomaterial shipping, for example, if you're planning the shipping program, it means that you have your embryos frozen in a clinic in your country or another country, and you want to do remotely surrogacy program. It is also possible. We just sign documents, sign contracts, check your papers, and then you can arrange the shipment of your biomaterial to our center. We can advise you some a courier company that we work with for many years. They are proven couriers who safely deliver all kinds of biomaterial to our medical center. In case if there's, for example, in sudden situation, lockdown, and again, it is not possible for couriers to travel to Ukraine, there is an option. You can use Ukrainian courier companies. For them, the entrance, leaving, and again, back to country is more easy. And so we hope it will not influence on programs performing in any way. So how to manage the risk with understanding the process, with to go smoothly through this process. First of all, personal coordinator. The personal coordinator will be provided not only for you, but also for your surrogate mother. You have separate coordinators who are specially trained staff. And what's the main duties of coordinator? So first of all, coordinator introduces you a treatment plan and explain you the options of different programs. First of all, they always discuss with you your needs, what you need particularly, how you see the process. Maybe you have some wishes during this process, or you have your own opinion how it should work. So please share this information with your coordinator. We will take into account and we will implement it in the process. Again, coordinator will check your medical reports. Coordinator will discuss with fertility specialist what is your medical conditions. If you want to have your own stimulation, they will plan for you stimulation protocol. So you will exchange the information how your stimulation, for example, has been started in your country. If you want to fly in the middle of the process, or if you plan to stay for the whole process of stimulation, you can do it. So you can plan everything in advance. You should come, for example, in 2-3 days before your menstrual period start. The coordinator will help you, will explain you how to plan it exactly according to dates. Also, it is possible to confirm you participation in guaranteed program remotely. If you don't want to go to Ukraine, you can send your biomaterial, for example, sperm samples, but to participate in guaranteed programs, you should you should do a number of tests, like sperm test, like karyotype testing. It is possible to do directly in our clinic, but it will take up to 3 weeks to confirm whether you can participate in guaranteed program. So it is possible to do remotely. For example, you can do it in your hospital and send us results. So the process will go faster. Regarding the communication, we work in WhatsApp groups, that is quick chat groups. You don't have to wait a long answer, for example, from to mail, or if you have just short question, ask it in chat with your coordinator. Anyway, in each group, we join our senior coordinators, somebody from management, so you always will get result you will get answer very fast. So that is the standard of our work. For urgent question, you can ask anytime, even not in working hours. So the agency staff is well structured, and we have senior coordinator who controls the work of other coordinators, and we teach them how to follow the standards of work, how to communicate with patients, how to make fast reports, how to collect information. So we have one of the most excellent quality of services between Ukrainian and Ukrainian fertility clinics. Clinic is quite well known, IVMED clinic. It also has different registration in very famous and important authorities like FDA, Food and Drug Administration. It is American society which regulates everything regarding the food, drugs, treatment, whatever, all products for human in United States. And also we are registered in this authority, and that makes the process of exchanging biomaterial for us much more easier. The second registration that we have, that is ISO. ISO, it's a quality management system that we had together with European Bank of Reconstruction and Development. So it was a very important project for us, and we confirmed that our standards completely corresponds to the standards of international system of quality management. Here you can see two head doctors of medical center IVMED. Galina Strelko is a fertility specialist and head doctor, and Veronika Ulanova is a medical director of the center. It's important this medical center was founded by doctors, by fertility specialists, which understand everything, how to arrange the process and on a high professional level. And our expert team is reached with the experts from European Society of Human Reproduction and Embryology. Birol Aydin, he is the director of embryological laboratory. He developed different modern techniques, methods like prenuclear transfer and TESA, micro-TESA, that is extraction of sperm cells in case when it is not possible to get matured cells from ejaculate of partner sperm. And here you can see the IVMED centers, facilities, operation rooms, laboratories. So Going to next step, legal. If you start the process, it is important to check the papers, as I said before. Experienced lawyers, they check marriage certificate, apostils, your medical certificate regarding infertility. You should arrange the power of attorney if you want to make your process more easier and more comfort. So you don't have to fly a few times to Ukraine. You just make a power of attorney in Ukraine or in your country, put postil on that, and entrusted person from agency will sign a contract with surrogate mother in front of notary lawyer, and you can start the process. You can start embryo transfer. Then we, from the beginning, it depends on legislation of your country. We communicate, and our lawyers communicate with solicitors of your country that will help you, for example, in your court process if in your country it is needed. Some countries do not have such rules, such requirements, so the process is much more easier in this case. In general, you should sign at least 3 contracts. Contract with clinic, contract with agency for support services, and obligatory if you want to control your risk. Please sign a contract with the notary, a notary contract with a surrogate mother, because the Ukrainian legislation requires such contracts. And also when you will have exit process, most embassies, they also ask for to show the contract with the surrogate mother, and it should be legal. It should be legal contract. Important point is the safety. The safety, and again, your coordinator, personal coordinator, will follow you during your stay in Kiev. We will arrange a driver to you to take you from your apartment to clinic, from the airport to your apartment. So anytime we arrange your safety stay in Ukraine. Regarding the safety of your biomaterial saving, we have a special witness system, which that is a special chipping and labeling of biomaterial. So from the first coming and visit of clinic, your medical card will have a special chip. That chip will be also on your biomaterial and container of your with your biomaterial, and then it will safely saved in storage after sowing, fertilization of your egg cells. Each step, each process will be registered in electronic system, so it helps to avoid biomaterial mixture, excludes it on different levels. So it is multi-level control system. So you can be you can have peace in mind that everything is okay with your biomaterial. So personal coordinator will be also provided, as I said, to your surrogate mother. Surrogate surrogate mother will be instructed how to behave, how to tell, how to take medicines. She will be provided with needed vitamins during her pregnancy. Coordinator will check whether she receives these medicines. Coordinator follows your surrogate mother on each visit to doctor, records all data, and helps her to follow the recommendations of doctors, collects reports, records ultrasound videos. So we form the reports, and your personal coordinator will send you all these reports in time. Sometimes we need some time for translation of these reports, but we do it very quickly. Also, we have the psychologist who controls and supports the surrogates' mental state during the process, helps to understand the process in right way, to grow in them right attitude to this process and make it psychologically easier, closer to delivery. We also insist that we don't have any limitations in communication with your surrogate mother. Whenever you want to talk to her, if you need assistance of interpreter, so just let us know. When your surrogate mother comes for visits, we can arrange a Skype, and you can talk to your surrogate mother, communicate, ask her questions that are important for you. The second step, it's a IVF cycle. Then you confirms the candidate for surrogacy, and you move to embryo transfer. So during this step, what is important? It is important that you have quite short waiting time for a candidate in IVMED Family Agency. We declare it up to 1-2 months, but in practice we do it much faster. When you get the candidate, usually you get the profiles of candidate closer to time when you get embryos, because usually the candidates don't want to wait for a long time when we cannot guarantee that, for example, in a process we will get embryos, or you want to do additional PGD testing. It will take plus 3 weeks for this testing. It is hard to predict when the embryo transfer may happen, so we cannot tell the candidate to sit and wait for a long time. That is why we usually offer candidate closer to embryos receiving. We also practicing long protocols for endometrium preparation. It means that we start in one menstrual period with injection of the substance which switches off the ovaries of surrogate mother, and then start the preparation in next menstrual cycle, being 100% sure that she is not pregnant with her own pregnancy. So that this risk management helps you to avoid unpleasant surprises in the end of the program. So now we experience the pandemic of COVID-19, and we understand that it makes the process of support for surrogates a little bit unpredictable. But what we do just to avoid a lot of troubles, first we develop special safety instructions for surrogates. Of course, they follow the general recommendations like social distancing and mask wearing, but also they daily control their body temperature and send the results to their coordinator every morning. And if there are some troubles, they have emergency consultation with a specialist, with doctors, and then they decide how to act and what to do. We also perform early moving to Kiev from surrogates' hometowns, and they can stay safely closer to hospitals in Kiev, and any minute they can be provided with any type of help. Also, what we do in Medical Center IVMED, we check all our staff regularly for COVID, for SARS-CoV-2 infection, and we also test surrogate mother for embryo transfer. And then we also developed special protocols how to act in case of lockdown, because many agencies faced this trouble during the lockdown, and not every agency, as we know, was acting correctly, and mostly they left their surrogates without the supervision. We consider it unacceptable, and anyway, the surrogate receives support and consultations. Important issue before you start process, it's a financial risk management. You should consider carefully whether you understand profoundly how it works, how the guaranteed program works, who will guarantee you that, for example, money will be returned in case if program will not work, or the program will be completed with successful result. So what's the principal point in a guaranteed program? It allows money saving. So you can be sure that you will get a baby in the end of this program. So in general, you pay for risks, and this risk will be on the side of clinic and agency. Then NICU insurance, it's a new option in our programs. So in case if your child was premature born, or even born in time, but you need some medical assistance, our program, guaranteed program, covers in unlimited manner these expenses. And just for standard programs, you should purchase it additionally if you want. Then exploring the reliability of the company to whom you trust your money. So we advise you that you should check the financial status of this company, the stability of this. It is not easy, but at least you should try. So we strongly advise you to choose reliability over big promises. The third step, in short, when you get pregnancy confirmation, you start, your surrogate mother enters the pregnancy care program, pregnancy monitorings. This special program is provided by IVMED clinic, and there should be a fertility specialist who are professionals in this field and can very professionally monitor the pregnancy, monitor infections, perform screenings, etc. Then they provide this precise fetus development control during first weeks. It is also important. Then, as I told regarding biochemical screenings, we also provide the whole set of medications for pregnancy maintaining, also includes hormonal medicines. And again, each program includes hospitalization in case of miscarriage threats. It is important to, of course, manage risk regarding miscarriage. That is why we explain each time that the biggest risk connected to miscarriage or premature delivery, it's they are connected with the twin pregnancy. So the agencies may promise you that they will cover expenses for in case of premature borns and twins, but you should understand that that is the principal point is the hard consequences for the children, and that medical care will not help them to become completely healthy. Premature born children, they will have issues with health in the future, and it's not a question of covering the 3 months medical assistance. It's just should be your absolute clear understanding of this risk. Then how to avoid the threat of miscarriage. So we provide apartment for the surrogate, rented apartment, and she may move to Kyiv in case if there are twins on 22nd week, or a little bit later if it is single pregnancy, to be completely carefully monitored in time. So our doctors, they are very experienced, and they can they may predict how the situation may develop. They can detect problem in time and prevent it. Also, why I told about regarding the medical care program and fertility clinic, that is not the same the standard of the medical services as surrogate mother may have in their small towns, not the same quality. And also important to control infections during the pregnancy. The 4-step delivery, we are all waiting for that, and then finally when it happens, we should be completely prepared for that. So in advance we start visiting doctor in maternity hospital. Doctor estimates the state of the surrogate, predicts when the delivery process may start, and may hospitalize the surrogate in advance if it is needed. And also private maternity hospitals, they can provide the delivery starting from 32nd week of pregnancy, or if earlier it is, there are 2 special maternity hospitals in Kyiv, which provide the special care for premature born children. That is completely another story. Ambulance services provided by a private maternity hospital helps to take a surrogate mother even in at the night time, or how our patients always ask what you will do if delivery starts at 2 a.m. So it doesn't matter when delivery starts, because the ambulance service will come and take your surrogate to hospital. If for example surrogate will have doubts regarding her state, for example she feels something strange like pain or some contractions, she can call to her coordinator. Our doctors are available 24/7 hours, and she will always get information regarding her state and what to do the next. So it is important to have good to have so to say proven relations with your maternity hospital. We work with definite doctors who take delivery with us for more than 5 years, so that are experienced doctors who understand what is the IVF pregnancy, some specific of this pregnancy, and they make corrections during delivery process, and it helps enormously to avoid different problems connected with bleedings and high blood pressure called preeclampsia and other. So please take into account when you just use the services of just brigade of doctors who is on duty today just in hospital. It's not the same as you have trusted doctors who are always ready to take delivery and do it perfect way. And again, the hospital should be equipped with needed devices for life maintenance of child, and now we collaborate with a private delivery maternity hospital, which has excellent equipment. And the final step, it's a legal documents preparation and exit process. So for such countries like Irish, for example, Ireland, Britain, we collaborate with independent lawyers who are needed to be involved in legal process, and these lawyers performed a lot of such exit processes, and you can be sure that you will successfully leave the country with a child. And also we perform DNA testing. We perform DNA testing before you did this quick express test just after birth of the child, and then we register baby. So if your country will require additional DNA testing, we can also help you to perform independent DNA testing, and you can use it for your legal process or court if you will have a court. So in general, it takes 3-4 weeks to leave Ukraine. Again, it depends. It depends on legislation of your country. It depends on working style of your embassy. But usually, just couple stay less than 1 month. Such countries like Australia may take a little bit longer, but now we work very fast. And of course, important point that is assistance in entry process and under conditions of lockdown, and we helped our couples who had delivery during lockdown, and their children had to stay unfortunately without their parents, but we arranged with collaboration again with a private hospital which provides high level of caring for newborns, and they cared for 2 months for these children. And we helped together with international societies to these parents to cross the border, their border, Ukrainian border. It was hard process, full of adventures, but finally we successfully did it, and children reunited with their parents, and we hope it will not repeat anymore. So I want to thank you for your attention, and here you can see a beautiful team of our coordinators. The moment we have the team that consists of more than 14, 15 coordinators, managers, and some assistant staff. So you're always welcome, and thank you for attention.
Thank you, Nadiia, for your presentation. It will be helpful for everybody who wants to start surrogacy journey. And just to remind everybody that that our webinar is recorded, and we will download the video of the webinar on our YouTube channel, so you can check our another webinars and other videos just to find IVMED Family or IVMED Fertility Centre. So you can check our other webinars and to listen one more time of the information. And we have an active chat. So I just check if we have any questions. So the first question is, hi, we checked your surrogacy programs. We want surrogacy with own eggs, but also we want to do prenuclear transfer. Are there the program for that? Please, Nadiia.
Thank you for question. Yes, it is possible. Just prenuclear transfer program means that you cannot get blastocyst culture after IVF stimulation. For example, your embryos stop in development on the third day, and in this case, you can use prenuclear transfer program. But please remember, this program has limitation connected with age, and it means that we should have at least opportunity to get your own cells after stimulation, and usually the age limit for this program is 43, 42 years. Yes, this program is a complex program with surrogacy, and if you will leave your mail address, we will send you the information regarding this program. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer. We have the next question. Hello, we are from UK and we want to do surrogacy. Do you have patients from UK? Are there any problems with the exit process?
Yes, we have patients who entered the surrogacy process. They are from Britain. We again collaborate with independent lawyer who performed many times exit process for UK citizens, and Olga Danchenko, lawyer, she instructs us with the process, how process should be arranged from the beginning for UK citizens. So we follow her instructions, collect papers, and we are not expecting troubles with them. And so yes, we work.
Okay, thank you for your answer. The next question, are there any requirements for the couple if you want to do guarantee program?
Sure. So as I told during my presentation, there are some requirements connected with the check of quality of the sperm. Again, you can send us a sperm report, a spermogram. We need also DNA fragmentation test and karyotype testing. Karyotype testing, it's a testing of chromosomal number and structure. This test you can perform in our clinic. It takes 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks, we can confirm you finally whether you can participate in this process or guarantee program or not. So or you can do it again in your local clinic and send us result. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer. We have the next question. How will we know that we need that program? It means, how do we know that we need a program with pronuclear transfer?
How you will know?
Yeah, how we know if you need that program?
Again, any conversation, any communication will start with your personal coordinator. You can describe your medical case to our coordinator. You can send your reports, cultivation, embryo cultivation reports. We will discuss with the doctor, and if you consider the possibility of this program, pronuclear transfer, and then we will offer you different, for example, options. Maybe one of them will be prenuclear transfer. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer. I just need to do a quick check if you have any questions left. It seems that all of the questions for today. So thank you, Nadiia, for your presentations and answers to all the questions. And I'd like to invite our guest to our next online meeting, as usual, next Friday. So have a nice weekend and see you soon.
Stay safe.
Bye.